What's up, YouTube? Today I'm going to talk to you about how I lost my job. Um, this was about a month ago. I got hired there about a month ago. And then I got fired about a week ago. Or about a week and a half ago. I'd say, yeah. That's about right. Anyway, I started there about a month ago. I knew from the start that they were kind of sketchy. I really didn't want to even try going there because they didn't seem like they knew what they were doing, but I really needed a job at that time, and so I just went for it. I applied everywhere, and they were the first person to call me back, so I just went for it. As soon as I went in there, they didn't even have normal applications. They made me fill out all my information on one of the little tickets that servers get. I'll actually show you, because I still have one of my books. They made me fill it out on one of these little tickets. My whole application. So I filled out my information. I was like, okay. I talked to the owner that day as well, and she gave me a good vibe and was like, yeah, I like you. So I was like, okay, maybe I got a good shot at this. A few days later, I'm with my best friend and he needs a job as well. I have a good vibe that they're gonna call me back and I'm gonna get a job at this place. It's a pizza restaurant, New York style or Italian style or whatever. So anyway, we're driving around and looking for my buddy a job, and we drive up to this place, and he does the same thing, fills out his application, and fills it out for pizza delivery. That's what he wanted to go in there for. That's what they were hiring for the most or whatever. Anyway, a few days later, we're at a birthday party. We're both there. The place calls, but it's an unknown number. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna mess with these people because it's unknown. We're best friends. We just do whatever and screw around a lot. So anyway, it's an unknown number. So I answer the phone. I'm like, yo, what's up? I was about to mess with these people, and then they were like, it's this place. Can you come in to work tonight? And I was like, this isn't my number. Who were you trying to reach? They spouted out both of our names, but asked me if I could be a delivery driver. I don't currently have my license yet, so I couldn't do that. So they talked to my buddy, and he talked to them a little bit, and they were like, okay, come in tonight, 6 o'clock. It's already 5:30, so he drives up there. He drops me off at his house with his brother, and we just hang out there for a bit while he goes to work for his first day. And when he comes back, they were like, yo, they really wanted to hire you. I put in a good word for you. They said they're gonna fire this one lady that came in late already on our first day, and they're gonna hire you as soon as she comes in late. The very next day, this lady shows up late to her first shift, her first actual shift. She also brings her kid in. They're like, we can't have this lady here. They fire her, and they call me up. It was like, hey, can you come into work on Tuesday? I was like, heck yeah, I need a job. Let's do it. From the start, I have a sketchy vibe, and really didn't want to go there, but really needed the job, so I went in there on Tuesday, and immediately got my shirt, and I was like, okay, I got a shirt. Guess I'm working now. They really didn't explain anything to me. They just gave me my shirt and told me who I was training with. So this girl I'm training with is teaching me everything that we had to do in the morning. I got there at 9 o'clock in the morning, which was when they opened, and she's teaching me about everything we got to do in the morning, everything that the server does, because I went in as a server, as basically a waiter, and so I'm learning how to do all this stuff, and within one day I learned how to do everything. Like, I learned really quick, and she explained it really well, and I learned how to basically do everything that I needed to do for my job. So the next day, they have someone else training me. But this girl is new and really doesn't know what she's doing. She was only there for a few weeks as well. So I was like, okay, I pretty much know what I'm doing by now. Because I had experience from my other jobs. And at this point, I told her, I was like, I pretty much know what I'm doing. I can take tables if it gets too busy, and we can just go from there. Just make sure, of course, you're training me and you're getting my tips. So, um, by this point, she's like, yeah, I don't need your tips. Like, you did the table, you can have the tips. So, I was making tips on my training days, making minimum wage as well. So it was pretty nice. Um, at this point, I'm making pretty good money. A few weeks in, I'm making good tips and getting used to my job. I'm actually really liking the job. Everything's really laid back. You can use your phone whenever you're not busy, and it was really laid back and nice compared to where I was used to working, because I was used to working in fast food like McDonald's and Burger King and stuff like that. And so I'm in there making tips, having good job. It was good. I liked it. Like, as a waiter, I would do that again and apply for a waiter again, but not at this place. Anyway, a month later goes by. We're in there. Same deal. Go to work. Go out of work. Go to work. Go to work the next day. Anyway, this day was a little different. There's a new girl in there. It's the place closed at 10. We're closing, we're cleaning everything up. We're cleaning the soda machines, putting the chairs on top of the tables, stuff like that. And this couple walks in. It's 9:45 at this point, and we close at 10. They were like, hey, when do you close? Like, can you take us now? And we were like, yo, we close at 10. We can take you now. Just try to eat a little bit quicker so that we can close up. And they were like, it's only 15 minutes. We're not going to be a burden to you guys. So they left. Alright. No big deal. They left. Anyway, the boss calls me over. Did you just tell those customers that we were closed? I was like, no. I explained what I said. Explained that I told them we were closed at 10 and that they didn't want to be a burden, so they left. They were like, okay. I don't think they understand me very well because they speak fluent Italian and not very much English. It was whatever. Anyway, the end of the night, I'm collecting my credit card tips from the boss, and he says, come back on Sunday. He said, don't come back tomorrow. He said, come back on Sunday for your last check, and bring your shirt on Sunday. I was like, okay. Is there a reason? He says, well, I don't have to have a reason. I'm the boss. So you're just gonna fire me because you're the boss? He said, well, maybe it's because you told those customers at 9:45 that we were closed. I was like, really? Like, I explained to you what happened. I explained to you what the customers did and what they said and why they didn't want to be there. And he said, it doesn't matter. You're not for this job. It's like, okay, whatever. So at this point, I confronted him about the illegal things that he was doing running this business. Because there's quite a lot. I'm not going to sit here and explain them all to you, but there's a lot. At this point, I'm just getting angry because he's mocking me and laughing at me, and I was like, I know the laws, like, I know the laws for minors. I know that minors are supposed to get breaks after every 4 hours for at least 30 minutes. Not a single minor in there got break. Ever. You were allowed to eat. You were allowed to take 5 minutes to eat per day. That was about it. Other than that, that's just one of the examples of what he did. And I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna deal with this, because he was sitting there mocking me and laughing at me. It was like, illegal, haha. I was like, you know what? You'll hear from my lawyer. And I walked out of there with my check. Yeah. He's in there, and he's doing all this stuff, and it's just, I can't do anything now. Like, I lost my job, and what am I supposed to do? So I basically came on here to explain that to you, just explain how retarded the situation is. And I am in the process of trying to find a lawyer, but there is no, like, labor lawyers or job loss lawyers or whatever. There are specific type of lawyers in Florida that I can find. And, so hopefully this video can get out there. Maybe reach out to a lawyer that I can get a hold of, and I'll explain in more detail of what he does, because there's a lot. Like, he records like false taxes. He only records credit card taxes. He doesn't record taxes for the credit card tips. He doesn't record cash tips. He rounds up everybody's hours. So say you clocked in at 9:45 and clocked out at 10:30 that night, he'll round it down to 9. Yeah, okay. You clocked in at 9:45 and you're supposed to clock in at 10. He'll round that up to 10 o'clock. So you basically lose those 15 minutes of what you were working. And he just does all this stuff, and I can go into a lot more detail with a lawyer and basically explain. But it's really annoying that I lose my job for no reason, and now I have no source of income. Like, it'd be nice for some help. Anyway, this is kind of a longer video, just, I don't know, I had to get that off my chest, I guess. But, I have been planning on doing more videos. Like, I really want to do YouTube and hopefully get a following, maybe, just by talking or gaming or doing whatever. And, yeah, if you like the video, leave a like, comment, share it out. Hopefully we can get this to some lawyer in Florida that can help me out, or at least giving me some information on what I can do. But, yeah, I want everybody to have a good night, morning, day, whatever time it is you're watching it, and I'll see you later.